Carl. Your sound's coming through. Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to the John King Show. I'm actually joined by a very, very special guest this evening. I have Carl de Rome, who's with me. I'm going to cut over to him in a few minutes. But meanwhile, just letting you know a little bit about what's coming up in the show. We're going to have a wee chat with Carl de Rome. We're going to talk about all the stuff that's been happening with Magic and that kind of thing. I'm going to do a wee performance as well, both of Magic and of music. And then following the show, we're going to have the Conjurers Convention 2 that's going to be looping till late on tonight, so you can tune in and watch that at any point really. And the Conjurers Convention 2 is a movie where I go down to Blackpool Magic Convention in 2015, and I get very, very drunk and meet lots of magicians, and we have a lot of fun. It's about 2 hours in length, so there's a lot of content in there. It's a lot of fun, so I hope you enjoy it. So anyway, let's now go over to my special guest. It's the legend himself. It's Carl de Rome. So I'm now cutting over to Carl de Rome. So,
hello.
Hi Carl, how you doing?
Hi John, how are you doing, mate?
I'm fantastic, my friend. I'm fantastic. So, first of all, welcome to my show. I'm going to minimise this here so that it's a little bit better. Okay, so welcome to the show. How you been doing, Carol, and what you been up to?
Well, since Blackpool Convention, I've done. Can we swear?
Yes, you can swear, but
I've done absolutely fuck all.
Absolutely fuck all. Well, fair enough.
It's COVID. It's hit Norway. England's opened up today, hasn't it?
I may very well have been. I don't really.
Well, England has, but Norway is on full lockdown at the moment. Again, still.
Wow. Well,
so it's terrible. I've not done a show for 1 year, 2 months since Blackpool last time.
Who would have thought that when we were at Blackpool last year that this kind of crap would have kicked off? You know, so.
I don't know how many times I've thought the same thing. All of us walking around the streets, having a great time in the Ruskin, and we all expected to be back in Blackpool. Well, 3 weeks? No, a month ago.
Aye.
And it's just never happened. And I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. It's supposed to happen next year, but I'm still wondering if it's going to happen next year.
I very much doubt it.
Well, I doubt it mainly because it's a hell of a lot to organise, and they're not going to organise things, are they? If people all over the world come in, if they can't have a convention and they can't afford to get it all sorted and then cancel it again, so it's better not to do it and just say fuck it until the year after. Maybe. But it's a shame. It's all that work they've done, you know.
True, you know, I mean, they're putting a lot of, time and effort into organising a convention, and then for it to kind of go to nothing. Yeah,
but whatever happens, the next convention, if it does happen, it's not going to be that international. It's going to be more for England and English acts, I think, because you can't bring somebody over from China or America on the chance that they can't come. So I think Russ Russell and Guy are going to be booking a lot more English acts and mainly doing it as an English convention more than an international one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I can't see all the dealers being there from 110 dealers from all over the world either.
Mm-hmm.
So down to 20.
you never know. You know, it's a weird scenario. You know, it has affected, so many of my friends' livelihoods, and this whole scenario. I mean, there's various people. I'm one of these people that doesn't, that thinks this is more of a political scam than it is a real, genuine health crisis. But regardless if it is a genuine health crisis or not, it's still affecting people's livelihoods. I personally think what's going to happen is we'll get let out, though, for good behaviour for the summertime, and then they'll lock us back down again with some other virus that they've discovered or some strain. Come, September, October time, and then because lockdowns are here to stay. I think they're here.
I'd like to come to England, not just for the convention. I come to England to see my family in Blackpool, and also, I'll be honest with you, to visit my mum and dad's grave. And that's one thing I really miss. It's once a year I can visit the grave and tidy it up, and I've not been now for nearly a year and 3 months. So, and if it's next February, it's going to be 2 years before I get over. So it's horrible. Thank God my wife's working. Simple as that.
Well, I suppose at least you're kind of getting by. I mean, I'm in a kind of fortunate scenario that I don't have really any much in the way of outgoings because of you know, I already own the studio I'm in just now. I own this flat, and I've got another flat that I rent out. So I've got some
You're lucky.
I've got some kind of income, but it's not a lot, you know. But at the same time, it's, you know, this whole COVID thing has destroyed my income. But thankfully, I didn't really need anything, and I'm content as it is. I just miss the kind of freedoms. I've been able to just go out places and go to pubs and stuff like that. Saying that, it's probably been very beneficial to my health. I'm probably in the best health I've ever been in, and the weight's dropping off me, and you know, I'm feeling better. I'm eating healthy, and you know, things are good on the health front. But I'm missing. I just want to go to the pub and get drunk and make a fool of myself.
Well,
you know?
the pub's opened in England today, so I don't know about Scotland, but England, they open today. So in about 2 weeks' time, there'll be a peak in COVID again, probably.
Ain't that true? So
what's happening in Scotland? Is anything open? Any clubs?
Nothing. Nothing. But I'll tell you some of the projects that we're going to be working on. Obviously, this is a brand new channel. It's streaming every day, Monday to Friday, and I'll probably do Saturdays and Sundays as well, because I'm doing nothing anyway. It gives me something to do, and I'm enjoying it. I'm getting to socialise with my friends. I'm getting to perform, and I'm getting to. It's a wee release for me, I suppose, because I get to, you know, share some of these videos that I've made. I literally have a huge collection of movies, road trip movies that dates back 20 years. There's about 20 odd, maybe 25 road trip movies that I've got here, maybe more. I've not counted them. So there's that. I've got the Blackpool road trip movies, and I've got about 60 gigs, you know, either as a singer or as a magician, or even as a hypnotist. So I've got gig footage that I can show. So I've literally got enough to do a TV channel by myself, you know, rather than, I mean, a lot of people that do streaming, they do games, you know, or they'll just do live chatting. I can do both. I can do the live chat and I can do an occasional game, but I've got content if people want to see it, and I've got enjoyable content because it's magic tricks and stuff like that. And
okay.
Speaking of magic,
but this is the second day, isn't it?
Is this a what?
Is this the second day?
Well, we've actually been doing a lot of tests, so we've been kind of running it for about a week or something like that. But we've kind of deleted all the content because there was a lot of issues with the content, such as we were getting lag, we were getting poor quality, the performance of the computer that I'm using isn't great because I sold my big computer to Michael Samuels thinking I didn't really quite need that power. And I'll just get a laptop because I needed the portability. Unfortunately, I'm now gone absolutely nowhere. So, and I'm now trying to run a TV studio and effectively from home. And the MacBook Pro that I've got from 2016 is kind of struggling with the job. But I think what I'll do is wait and maybe upgrade to like an M1 MacBook Pro 16-inch when they were launched, or get an M1 iMac when they're launched. As my main.
You could always go and get your computer back off the other fella.
Samuels, I'm coming to beat you up if you're watching this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hopefully he's not watching.
So, for the benefit of our entertainment, have you got a trick you would like to demonstrate for the audience?
Me?
Yes.
Literally, I've got bugger up. I can hardly see anything. I'm in the dark.
Okay, well,
so
whilst you're there, I'm going to do a wee trick for the audience, and then we'll have a wee chat about it, and we can maybe talk about something else and whatever it is. And whilst I'm doing this trick, you can think up a trick that you can demonstrate to the audience.
You can't do heat online, can you, without a person there?
No, that's not going to work. For those of you that aren't actually aware, Carol Jerome's heat is an effect where you hold. I don't want to reveal it, but the
tell them. There's nothing. You can tell them because they can't make it themselves.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put it over to you, and you can tell them. Okay, so you've now take the floor, Carol Jerome. Tell us about heat.
Right, what heat is? It's a trick that's been banned in Blackpool, and it's been banned not because of the trick, because of me and Derek Lever. But forget Derek. It's the old hypno heat trick where some tin foil you put in somebody's hand, and I do it as a sex test. And they close the hand, they think about sex, and the hot foil gets hot and hot and hotter, and eventually they can't hold it, and then they drop it. So it's literally hypno heat. It's been around, Christ, it must be been around for about 90 years, but it's been made very, very badly. And over the last 10 years, I've been making it perfect, and it just sells and sells and sells, as John knows, in Blackpool. So that's really it.
Okay.
It's a shame you can't play the video clip from the convention. Then they could see it working.
I can. This is my TV studio. I can do what I want, Carol. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right, here we go. What I'll do is I'll create a new desktop. And oh, sorry, I've actually got some comments coming in. I didn't actually realise. Jordan has a big shout out to Jordan MJ2000 who has commented on Twitch. Hi Jordan. For those of you that are watching, you can join us on twitch.tv/JohnKingTV, or you can watch us at youtube.com, and the account is also John King TV. Where I'm also streaming live to World Magic Network and to my Facebook group as well. So there's no excuse for not joining in, and any comments that come in, I'll do my best to respond to. So anyway, you can see my screen at the minute, as far as I know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up, it was Conjurers Convention 9, I believe, was it?
The last one, I've no idea, tell you the truth.
It wasn't the last one. Let's bring it up, and I'll bring up Chrome.
You can't find it that quick. You're not that good, are you?
I know what it is. I need to bring up a Chrome tab. New Chrome. Okay, and it's the Conjurers Convention 9.
9.
Okay, and it's here.
We found it.
I've got it on the screen. Shall we bring it up? And you're.
How the hell can you find it that quick?
Because I have a memory of, because I've obviously spent a lot of time editing these movies, so I've kind of a memory of what it is. This is the scene where Jack Sharp visits. It wasn't the Ruskin. It was just after the. It was just after that, and we all did karaoke. We'll just play this last bit. This is a clip here.
Well, we didn't do karaoke. We did the Derek Lever song.
The Derek Lever song, yeah. Okay. So anyway, what you're seeing on the screen just now is just the end. The song.
My name is Jack Sharp. We're joined here with the legendary Calderon. We have a Conjurers Convention exclusive here with the Derek Lever song. Can you take it away, Carl?
We're going to try Derek Lever song live.
Okay, everybody. I was walking through a magic convention the other day, and as I'm getting there, I was told I couldn't go in because I was there in the place where a fella called Derek.
Oh, sorry, you can't.
Fucking Lever.
Oh, sorry, you can't. Oh, sorry, Carol. I didn't hear you. You said something you can't see it on your computer.
I can't see a thing on my computer. I've just got a blank screen from John Harrow, live video. Play again.
Are you? Is it not live streaming at the minute?
I don't know, tell you the truth.
It seems to be.
I'm just going off my mobile phone.
I'm getting the stats that people are watching this. I'm not sure where they're watching it from. It appears to be.
Well, if they're watching it, great.
So, okay. Anyway, I'm going to just cut over to the clip, so you'll hear me quiet for a few seconds so people can hear it, and then we'll come back and talk about it. So here we go with the Calderon.
I said, Derek, you're no longer in charge of this fucking convention, so fuck off. Anyway, Derek's so special, I wrote a song about the bastard, and it goes just like this.
You love Derek Lever.
Here we go. You were born an asshole. Did you work at it your whole life?
That's going viral.
Either way it worked out fine, cause you're an asshole tonight. You were an asshole yesterday. You're an asshole tonight.
The woman couldn't believe it, was she?
I've got this
Let's come up in a
feeling
second.
you'll be an asshole the rest of your life. You're an ASSHOLE. Don't try to blame it on me. You deserve all the credit. You're an asshole tonight.
Yeah, Brewster was there.
Is that microphone working?
I believe so.
I don't think I thought it was one of those special ones. Radio mic. It's Jack Sharp, by the way. He's going on Radio 1 because somebody's taken over from. Is it Caroline Flack?
An appropriately timed joke there, Carol.
Today.
What was that?
It's actually
An
Philip
appropriately
Schofield.
timed joke.
So, Jack Sharp, what is your thoughts on Philip Schofield?
Well, why don't we ask the audience?
I'm pleased for him. I'm quite excited for him.
James?
No interest one way or the other.
I think it's basically a big master plan to see Holly's tits.
I think he's got a knockback from Holly.
I don't think he's actually gay. I just think it was the way he was reared.
Can I borrow your glass? Did you check silver paper?
Is it on? Because I can't see anything, so...
Just Coke.
That's it. And you know
The Coke on the paper.
Can they hear us talking now?
Put it in your hand, close your hand not tight and look me in the eyes. Think about this sex you've ever had. You're going to get warm. You're going to get very, very warm. Lay down your hand.
how stupid is that?
Hang on. She's passed the sex test.
That's good, I can hear it now.
High five.
I wish I was putting an external speaker in my phone, then I could hear it better.
I'm joined here by the legendary Brewster, who planned.
I'm going to cut it off there just now and we'll cut back to the video call with Carol Derome. So there we are. Here's Carol.
Hello again.
Oh, welcome, Carol. Welcome. Okay, so
I honestly cannot believe how quick you found that.
well,
Unbelievably quick.
I've got everything on, you know, and I've got it on my hard drive, and I've got a knowledge of which one is which, just largely because of the amount of times I've kind of worked on them and that kind of thing. So anyway, I'm going to do a wee magic trick if that's okay. Have you thought of a magic trick?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I can't see a thing. I'm literally in the dark.
Any excuses? Jordan Conway says belt up.
When you do a trick, can they see me or not?
They can see you right now.
Right, okay, because I just need to turn the lights on and have a look.
Okay, have a wee look. Meanwhile, I'll do a wee magic trick. I'm going to show the audience
Right.
that while you have a wee look. Okay, so we're cutting back over to this here. I really need a third monitor. So we'll try this here. Can I full screen? Okay, I've forgotten how to do an extra desktop on 1 minute plus. Okay, that's better. So, right, here we go. I'm going to do a magic trick. I'm going to show you this one. I'm going to remove the aces. I've got a message here, command from, it's Callum Cairns. He says he's checking out the show, as they hell. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to remove the aces. I think I actually put them here, so I'm going to take out the aces. There's the ace of clubs, ace of spades, and ace of diamonds. Okay, so before I do this, I would like to actually show everybody that these are legitimately ordinary cards. So I've got the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, ace of spades, and the ace of diamonds. They're all here. Okay, there's nothing dodgy about them at all. And you can see there's no other aces at all in the pack. I'll actually bring that up to the camera so you can see this. Okay, so you can see there's no other aces at all in the pack. Pretty fair, pretty legit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the aces like this. So there's ace of spades, there's ace of hearts, there's ace of clubs, and there's ace of diamonds. And I'm going to try and I'm going to maybe. Can I change camera angle? Yes, can I go further back? That's better. You can actually see them now. That's better. So I'm in frame. So ace of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of spades, ace of diamonds. I'm going to demonstrate how a magician might find cards and how a gambler might do the same thing. And I'm going to show you the differences between them. That's quite cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take rough quarters and just cover over each individual ace like that. They don't have to be perfect. Whatever it is, that one's a wee bit sparse. Roughly. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to demonstrate how a magician. Well, first of all, I'm going to take each individual ace and I'm just going to bury it within its respective part of the pack, just like that. Okay. There we go. And I've completely forgotten how to do this trick. It's been a while. But anyway, if this goes horribly wrong, who cares? It'll be funny. So the idea is that a magician tries to be kind of flashy to find aces. So we've taken each individual ace and placed them in the pack. If I snap my fingers and one of the aces turns face up, and if I spread through, you'll see one of the aces, oh Christ, it's a 7. Okay, right. I may have balls this one up, but actually the 7 indicates the position of the first ace. It's exactly 7 cards away from here, so I'm going to count off 7 cards one at a time. So there's... I've balls it up, Carol. I've balls it up. I've clean forgotten how to do the trick. I've clean forgotten. I used to do this trick every single day when I'm performing.
That's the worst thing you can do is forget to do it.
Right, that never. We're live, right? But oh God, how can I forget these? I used to do it so often, but it's like it's been a year, a whole year. Oh, okay, we're counting over here. I'll do one that I'll not forget. What a balls up! That's brilliant. Okay, oh well, never mind. See, that's the thing. And Carol, well, I'll bring it back over to Carol for a second, right?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Everything I've got in here is all. Well, it's not to do on. It's not to do over the Zoom, but I'm going to try it. I'll try one thing, which I'm going off my phone. That's a photograph of my granddaughter.
Sure.
And if I can do this right, it's an effect by Sean Farquhar,
I'm familiar
and
with
it's called Torn to Pieces. It's where you take the photograph.
Okay.
And you tear it.
Wait a minute. Demonstrate it for the audience. You've got full screen. Don't do it for me. Do it for the audience.
Is it on a full screen now?
Yeah, and I also had a comment coming in from Jordan MG2000. He says, "Oh my God, John, it's like Michael mucking up the moonwalk. Jeez, it hurts." Okay. Before you I'll come back to that in a second, Jordan. I've got a wee point I'm going to make about messing up magic tricks, but I'll talk about this in a second because it's Carol's going to do a wee trick. So anyway, on you go, Carol. Can you take it away?
Well, I'll start it again. Have I got full screen? I cannot see anything. I've got a screen here about this bit. This is a picture of my granddaughter, Gabby.
Okay.
And this is a trick I got. Sean Farquhar sells it. It's called Torn to Pieces. It's a brilliant trick because you take it out of your wallet, show people the photograph of your grandkids, and then what you do is you tear it in half.
You obviously don't like your.
And then you tear it again. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces.
Okay.
And what you do then is
can you take a step back, Carol?
rub it.
All right. I'm going
Hey?
to take a wee step back,
like
Carol, so people can see this a wee bit clearly. Your hands are a wee bit.
And when you open it, you've restored the photograph. But the problem is, it's not in the right. It's restored completely wrong, and then you give them it away. That's called Torn to Pieces. Sean Farquhar effect. It's absolutely brilliant, and it does go a bomb actually with people. And all I do sometimes to make it better, I fold it up, take it, blow it again, and when you restore it the second time, you restore it back to the normal photograph. So it's Torn to Pieces, Sean Farquhar. Check it out.
It's a good effect. Okay.
I don't know how it came on because no idea at all.
So I want to make a wee point about messing up magic tricks here. Something that
we're all good at it.
That's the first time I've done it in a while, right? But magicians in general tend to have this mad worry about messing up magic tricks, and don't get me wrong. It's when I'm performing, I'm usually pretty slick and I don't actually mess up magic tricks when I'm typically performing. That's a rare exception, and I genuinely did. That wasn't actually done deliberately. It was a genuine error. But the thing is, is you've just got to take it in your stride. You've just got to take it in your stride and laugh about it. Because if you make a mistake, it's like, you know, you've just got to go shrug your shoulders and laugh about it, because too many magicians, they implode. They absolutely implode. You know, they do things like I don't mean make examples, but there's a like they kind of get all self-conscious and they literally implode. There's some examples on the Conjurers Convention 10 where there's a guy up on stage. You can if you Google the Conjurers Convention 10, there's one where there's a guy on stage and his spectator doesn't cooperate. And what happens is he's got somebody up on stage and he gets them to take the phone out and he asks them to call somebody, and they refuse to call somebody. They're like, no, whatever it is. Right? And he's like, no, I'm not calling anybody, whatever it is. He's like, oh. So that he starts panicking and he's going, oh, well, if you don't do it, I'll take your phone off you and I'll do it. And the guy's refusing to do it. So he eventually sits him down, right? And the guy's a bag of nerves. And then after that, he gets somebody else up on stage and he eventually gets, you know, he was going to do an effect which most magicians will be familiar with. He was going to do an invisible deck routine where he calls somebody up, gets them to name a card, and then shows that he's predicted it. You know, so that was effectively what he was trying to do. But he was trying to make it out that that he was subliminally influencing the person on the end of the phone to choose a card using a script that somehow influenced their mind. That was how it was presented. So anyway, there was a young boy on the stage. He gets his phone out and he dials his auntie, I think it was, and he reads out the script, you know, which dragged on for a minute or so. And at the end, he says, "Hey, auntie, oh, you went black there, Carol."
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Hang on.
So I'll put it on to me just while we're talking about that. So anyway, you're back. So his auntie was asked to name a card, and she went, "There's too much carry on going on in the background. I'm not going to do it. Sorry." And the audience pissed themselves laughing. And instead, the magician, he literally imploded at that point. He put his head down and went, "Oh no." What's going on, Carol? But if you know, the more you do this, the kind of thing, you realise that if something does go disastrously wrong, and if there are magicians or entertainers watching this, if something goes disastrously wrong, the best way to deal with it is to just
carry on.
Laugh about it. Join in with the joke, like I just did there. If it goes wrong, so what? You know, so what? Move on, laugh about it. It becomes a funny moment in the show. You know, so that's my philosophy on dealing with it. Right, I'm going to show you one now.
Before you do, John, I'll just tell you something that happened with me, which is I've got a wife with a sense of humour, which is it's horrible, and she loves it when I do something completely wrong, because when I do something wrong, the people at first don't realise it, but instantly the wife understands I've fucked up dreadful. And one day, you know the old way you get, well, it's not, hang on, this is just normal paper, but pretend it's the old pound note. Can you know the one where you fold it in half, and then you fold it again in half and rip a piece out and eat it?
Oh, yeah.
But what you do is you turn down the corner, fold it in half, and then you rip it, bend it over, and rip it off. But you don't, because you've got the piece there. Well, I once borrowed a £20 note in a club of somebody, did the trick, did that, and instead of letting go of it, I ripped a big piece out of it. And I ate it, and as I'm eating, I'm thinking, how do I get out of this? Because I've done it completely wrong, and the wife is howling, laughing. And in the end, I just opened the door and gave the fellow his £20 note back. with a big hole in it. It was so funny. And the other one was the sponge balls, you know, where you take one and put it in your pocket, and you take one and you got two. And I forgot the routine, and every single time all I was doing was taking one, loading it and putting it in my pocket, and the wife is laughing her fucking head off. But one of those things, if you do something wrong in a trick and you've got an audience, just carry on as if it's a bit of fun, and all right, you fucked up, but you don't give a shit.
Exactly. It must be difficult if you're trying to come across as being genuine, like a sidekick or something like that, or whatever it is, you know, where where they're trying to pretend to their audience that they're the real deal, and then they make a mistake or whatever it is. So it must be really embarrassing that way, you know.
No, but they think you're human. You're human as well. So
yeah, but if you're trying to be genuine, you know, i.e., if you're trying to say you were being a psychic and using magician skills to produce psychic stuff, and then things did go wrong, it's difficult to laugh that one off because people think you're genuine and you've just been exposed, you know.
Well, I was doing the sawing in half with a big circular saw on the wife where I split her, and she's lying on it, and I'm going because I thought she's the wrong way round, so I'm saying to her silently, "It's the wrong way. It's the wrong way." And she's going, "No, it's not. No, it's not." And I'm going, "It's the fucking wrong way." So she goes, "Okay," and she lies on it on purpose, the wrong way round, because I was wrong. So I did the sawing in half. And I couldn't open the flaps up to show her body, because if I had done, her head had been there, followed by her legs. It was hilarious. But and she gets off it and goes, "Never tell me my job again." That's the good thing about an assistant, has a good laugh.
That's it. Well, hopefully those days will return. Let's have a wee check on the comments that are coming in. Okay, we've got some Jordan's made a few comments and that kind of thing. He says it's like someone on stage when mucking up, they have to because they'll make more of an embarrassment of themselves. Yeah, that's the thing. You just got to just let it go. If you make a mistake, so what? Roy Brownlow has said 2 fags.
Hello, Roy.
That's hello, Roy Brownlow.
I think Roy's just got into the Magic Club or something, as far as I know.
Well, let's say he needs to do
He
something.
posted it today.
He needs to do something to improve his skills. Hope you're watching this, Roy. Hope you're watching this.
It's going to kill you for that.
Well, it's all good fun. So anyway, I'm going to try.
What about Roy Bond?
I've not actually heard from Roy in a few weeks, so I don't know what's happening with Roy. If you're watching this, we need to get you on the show. So, but anyway, I'm going to demonstrate a wee trick now that I know that I can do.
Are you sure you get it right this time?
Oh right, aye. That's never try and wing things. Never try and wing things. Okay, so anyway, going to do a wee trick now. Just now, this one. Okay, this one uses a very special. Okay, so this one uses a very special pack of cards. I use this to close my close-up shot. Very special pack of cards. There is a reason I keep it inside a gold case. If I open it up, I'll let you see it. It looks very much like an ordinary pack of cards, but it's not an ordinary pack of cards. Let me actually demonstrate it for you. I'll move this over here and bring this right up to the camera so you can see this. It looks very much like these cards have no print on them. So you're probably thinking, hey Magic Boy, how you can't exactly do any kind of card tricks with cards with no print on them like that. I mean, it's not as if I can go, Carol, is that your card? Because that would be rubbish, you know? Or more rubbish, depending on what you think of card tricks. So anyway, what can you do with these cards? Well, let me show you. Here's a weird thing. If I cut the cards, roughly, I'll bring this over here, so roughly about here, right? And when I do, I cut the cards, I cut to a face card, which is a bit strange. You know, the face doesn't have a back. There's no other cards that have faces or backs. You know, in the whole pack, I can go through the whole pack like that, you know? So it's a bit strange. If I cut the cards a second time, maybe about here this time, I'll cut to another face. And some people say I'm two-faced. And they also say my jokes are terrible. If I touch the cards just on the back of my hand just for a split second, it instantly turns into a back. If I touch them together like this, it instantly also turns into a back. So then I have 2 backs and 2 face cards in an otherwise completely blank pack of cards. It is an illusion that you're seeing, because even though it looked to me, you'd swear that these cards were blank on both sides. But it's an illusion, because all it takes is for me to just place them just in my hands for a split second and then snap, then every single card appears completely ordinary. You might not believe me, but I'll show you. Because you can see there's all the backs, and there is all the faces. Every single card, every last one, and that's the end of that wee routine. It always was an illusion, because all it takes is a little shake like that, and then every single card just melts back to being blank on both sides. And that is my very special pack of cards. So that's been the closer to my close-up show, and the way and roughly the way I present it. I tend to do a wee bit more audience interaction, obviously, when I'm doing that. But you know, when I'm doing it live. But that's my version of the mental photography routine, which is a routine that a lot of magicians disregard because the deck is obviously not examinable. You couldn't hand that out to spectators. So how I get around that is I literally went and ordered one of these. You know, it's a gold case. The website is Ace Case, and they were very expensive to import. It was like £100 including the shipping. It was ridiculous for a case, but it looks really nice. And I just drew attention to the fact that it's a special pack of cards right at the beginning. And because usually what would happen is if you just went out and did mental photography and performed it, you know, just ordinary, people go, oh, it's a trick pack of cards, right? And therefore, in their mind, they think they've solved the trick. It's a trick pack of cards, you know, and therefore they know how the trick's done. It's just a trick pack of cards. So to eliminate that, you just come out and you draw attention to it. It's a special pack of cards. This is not ordinary. And I draw attention to it deliberately to kind of throw people off the kind of scent of it, you know, and that was the idea. So anyway, we've got another wee comment coming in, also from Jordan. He says he remembers this trick. He says, I done it at the wedding in Gretna. Jordan actually came to a gig of mine, and I think he was acting as DJ, and he also did a wee bit of Michael Jackson dancing as well. Jordan, we actually really need to get Jordan on the show. Jordan's actually also started his own Twitch, so you can follow him on Twitch. It's Jordan MJ2000 is the name of his Twitch channel, so a big shout out to Jordan there. And Jordan is a Michael Jackson tribute, obviously, and he's got some really cool videos on his YouTube channel as well, which I'm not quite sure. Okay, so we've got another wee DJ RS UK, as you said, evening, Mrs. and Mrs. King. Okay, so okay, big shout out to you for your abuse. Okay, so we've got about 20 minutes left on the show, and then we're going to cut over to our movies. Oh no, 1 minute, we've just discovered it's Roy Brownlaw who's watching us on Twitch. He's now giving us abuse, you know. So,
that is typical Roy.
Shout out to Roy Brownlaw. So I'm going to do a wee song just now. I'm going to do a wee song, and I've been looking for my capo, and I've been looking for my plectrums and stuff like that, but I cannot find them. So this is probably out of tune all over the place. But
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Who is Carl Royal?
Carl Royal? I am not sure.
It says interview with Carl Royal, followed by Blackpool Magic Convention footage from 2013.
Have I? What's going on?
You're getting me mixed up with Jonathan, are you?
I have no idea. Where is this posted?
It's on the World Magic Network. I'm just looking now at the intro.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. You're mixing up with Alex Leroy Smith.
I'll update it. Jordan's asking, have I got any ring tricks? I do. I don't have any prepared, but I could do. You know, I do quite have. I do like a levitating ring somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
I had a good ring trick about 2 weeks ago. I went to the hospital and had the camera.
Oh, fuck's sake, Carol! Too much info. Too much info.
I got them all clear though, so I'm free of cancer.
Oh, right, so I'm going to do a quick song here. The song I'm going to do is one of my favourite songs. This one's called Wild Mountain Time, and it was a song originally written by a guy called Robert Tannahill. He called it The Braids of Balwither, and it was written in the 1700s. And it's since then, and I think it was in the 1940s or 1950s or something like that, the song was kind of jigged about. They changed the tune a wee bit, they put it to a different tune, and they changed a couple of lines on it. So it's very much the same, and they called it Wild Mountain Time, or sometimes they call it Will You Go, Lassie Go. So this is completely live. I'm going to do that for you just now. This is one of my favourite songs, and hopefully it'll be in tune. And hopefully I remember the words, because it's been like over a year since I even touched this. So here we go, here's Wild Mountain Time. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming. The wild mountain time grows around the block and we'll all go together to Wild Mountain time, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love above by yon cool crystal fountain, and round it I will pile the flowers on the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to Wild Mountain time, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will range through the wilds and the deep glens of dreary, returning away the spoils to the bower of my dearie. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to Wild Mountain time, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she won't come, then I'll surely find another to Wild Mountain time, all around the purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to Wild Mountain time, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to Wild Mountain time, all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And that was Wild Mountain Time. Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you. Thank you.
I never knew you could play the guitar.
Okay, now to check the comments, I'm gonna get some heat. He says, I'd like to heat John sing. He's a good singer. Oh, thank you very much, Roy. He says, I wish my voice sounded as brilliant as that over speakers. I'm a beginning singer as well. People's voices sound differently over recordings, if you know what I mean. And I love pure Scottish singing. Thank you very much for the comments, guys. I really appreciate it. If you have any requests, you know, they can come in for next week's, for tomorrow's show or something like that. We are broadcasting tomorrow, 8 o'clock till 9, and I'm intending to be doing that all this week, every single week, 8 o'clock till 9, followed by a movie every single day. So that's all well and good. We were going to be having Robert Sproul on the show as well as a special guest. Robert Sproul is a common law advocate, and he is up at court on Thursday. So we'll probably get a wee update from him maybe tomorrow, which is unrelated to magic or anything like that. Anyway, I think we should have a wee look at what's going on the World Magic Network. What do you think, Carol?
If you want.
Let's have a wee look. Okay, so I'm now going to cut over to the World Magic Network.
I can also play one of my songs and we can do a duet.
We could do a duet.
What song do you know that I sing?
Derek Lever song.
What about Ring of Fire or something?
Copyright. It's good to be copyright free, because bear in mind this is going out over YouTube and it's
right. Okay. I've got a song, but you don't know it. And the thing is, it's a Norwegian fella that sang it, and he wrote it. So I could play that, but you don't know it, so.
I see what you mean. I've tagged Carol Royal on Facebook, so you can see it there. I better update this one so you can see.
No, Jonathan Royal will love it. He'll love it, Jonathan will.
Carol de Rome. Oh, I must have just clicked the wrong one by accident, followed by Blackpool Magic Convention. So it's in World Magic Network. There we go. So I'm just updating that just now. For those of you not aware, World Magic Network is a group primarily for magicians, but there are non-magicians on there as well. It's basically my Facebook group for people that are interested in the art of magic and a bit of banter in that as well. That's where we're broadcasting this just now. So we have Martin Botha. Is this one of my best notes? No, I've streamed all this before. I don't reckon.
How many people listen to the show, by the way? Do you know?
There is currently 2 watching simultaneously, which is more than one. You know.
No, but the thing is, it goes round afterwards. Because if you will do, you can mention I'm doing another Facebook Live, my birthday show on the 24th of April.
All right. We're having some comments coming in. They're asking for Run Rig songs, Julie Fowlis, and they're also asking, can Carol sing? So I reckon Carol needs to sing, but it needs to be something that is out of copyright.
Well, everything I've got is really copyrighted.
How about the Derek Lever song?
Yeah, but you've already played that, haven't you?
No, right enough.
Where is it? What's it called? The Arsehole song. I've got that one here. How much can you play before before they take you off air?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. But either way, it's we're not quite sure. Okay, we'll have a wee look at World Magic Network, see if there's anything interesting on the World Magic. Oh, I didn't mean to click Facebook Messenger. Oh, close that. Okay, so I'm going to bring up Google Chrome and close all this. Why is bring up the World Magic Network. So we're now streaming World Magic Network. We'll now see if there's anything interesting. We've not seen Mario Allegria on World Magic Network in a while.
Super Mario.
Yeah, what's been happening? I mean, we had Greg Chalu on the show recently, on one of our test streams. So
yeah, I saw that online.
Yeah, so we've actually streamed a lot of the recent content. There hasn't been much in the last couple of days. So when we're here with this dice trick I've not seen, let's have a wee look at the dice trick. Let's bring this up. We'll make it full screen. Okay, so start again. Here we go. Ready for the dice trick. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dice.
I can't see anything.
It's only a couple of minute video. I'll cut it back over in a second here.
That's okay. Nobody can hear me talking now then?
No, they can hear you talking.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. So you don't want me to do any song at all if it's copyrighted? Huh?
That's actually really nice. It makes me Matrix with dice. Big shout out to Trust the Magic. That was actually a really nice wee dice routine. I prefer that over the what's it called? I prefer that kind of thing over coins. I don't really do much in the way of coin tricks. I just find they're a wee bit small and fidgety. Dice are a wee bit well, I guess they're a wee bit more visual than coins, you know. I think poker chips are a wee bit more visual because of the colour, you know, and dice, you know, the guy was using red dice and he was doing a matrix with it. It was quite nice. So, what is that you're smoking, Carol?
I took this to the convention the last time, and I used it, and they said, "You can't use that in here. You can't smoke." I said, "No." I said, it's a new mini smoke machine. I blew it over somebody's hands when they were doing card tricks.
All right. So, cool. So I'm going to actually, well, we've only got a few minutes left of broadcast. I'm going to queue up the Conjurers Convention 2, which is our movie of the day, and I'm going to add that to a wee playlist. So the Conjurers Convention 2 will be playlist. It's actually streaming. Didn't mean to do that. Cut that off for a second. I actually cut it over to yesterday's video, so I'm just actually going to put it over.
Yeah, don't play the same video.
Yeah, that would be rather silly. But what we're about to put on is the Conjurers Convention 2, which was recorded in Blackpool 2013, and it features myself primarily with Ben Prime and Brian Ovens, and I think it's the longest one in the series, and in my opinion it's the best one. It's one of the best movies I've ever did. There's some really, really cool stuff in there. There's a guy called Cliff who we meet, and he's very, very drunk, but he's still able to do all these card manipulations where he's flicking the cards up and catching them in his hat and that kind of thing, and he's catching his hat and things like that. And it's really, really, it's pretty awesome. You know how he's still able to do that. And his for those of you who are not aware, he does a classic force, and a classic force is essentially where it's a skill move where a classic force is where it looks very much like you're spreading the cards and allowing them a free choice, to pick a card. But the reality is that you know the card that they're taking, and it's a very, very skillful thing to do. It's something that he seems to pull off flawlessly every single time. So he literally just goes like that, and he passes. It's essentially it's a timing thing. It's a knack thing. It's where people, they spread through. The magician would spread through the cards and then literally feed them that card as he comes towards them, so he knows the card to take. But this guy Cliff does it absolutely effortlessly when really drunk. I've never seen anything as good as that in terms of classic forces. To have such control over a pack of cards when you're obviously drunk. But then I guess I'm one of the people that learned magic when I was drunk anyway. I used to have a pub and I would perform every night. And before that, I used to go out to the local pubs when pubs were a thing, and perform in pubs constantly. So that was kind of where I learned my kind of craft as such, because you're interacting with people and you're dealing with people and you're performing constantly. So that was a thing. Just we update in the comments. Roy Brownlow says, played that last night, best ones feature me. And Jordan says, John drunk, wow, he doesn't believe me that I've ever been drunk. So it's what it is. I'm me drunk. So I've never been drunk in a long, long time. I do kind of feel like getting drunk and making a fool of myself. What are you watching, Cal?
I don't know what's happening here. I've got no picture on here.
Oh, okay. Well, we've only got 4 minutes left anyway, and then after that we're cutting over to the Conjurers Convention movie. So that was our pretty much our show for today. Do you have anything you want to add? You got a wee trick or something you'd like to share with people?
Not really. If I'd have realised we were going to do this, I could have sent you a video of me doing an illusion, and then you could have played it.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah. Give
me the link. I'll put it up.
Oh Christ Almighty! I don't know what the quality is going to be like. Hang on, you keep talking. I've got to try and find it. Happy birthday.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just cut it back over to me. I'll maybe do a wee magic trick or something like that. Hopefully not balls it up for again. So, actually, have you seen? I'll cut it back to you. Have you seen Insider by Mark Oberon?
Which one?
Insider by Mark Oberon.
Oh, well, I've seen Indemnate. Yeah.
It's awesome, ain't it? I mean,
Mark brings up. I've known Mark for 30 years.
Wow.
And Mark when he's in Norway, he always stays at my house.
All right.
And I've known. I had me when we got married in Vegas. Me and the wife, we went from Vegas to England, and we had New Year at Mark's house.
All right.
So he's a nice fella, Mark. I've known him for so long. Before he started doing magic, when he was just doing the Black Light Show.
The Black Light Show.
He's got a UV show.
I didn't know he did
When
that.
he went under the name of The Wizard.
Uh-huh.
So if anybody that's watching hasn't seen Mark Oberon's Black Light Show, go on YouTube and put in Mark Oberon The Wizard, and you'll get his Black Light Show. It's fantastic.
I have actually seen clips of that, but I thought that was a recent thing. I didn't think that was something he had been doing before he was doing.
No, he was doing that early 80s, 79 in the 80s.
Wow.
And then I showed him a trick here. I've forgotten what it was called now, but it was where you got the card and you could be one off, and it said on the back of it, "Run away," and he loved it, but he didn't like it that much. So that's how he came out with Bang On, from me showing him a trick.
Yeah,
which he liked but didn't like.
For those of you that aren't aware, and you know, I'm kind of advertising his stuff, I suppose. The idea is that you come out with a business card or something like that. I've actually got one that's kind of it comes with these sort of pre-printed business cards. You know, they're like they're slightly bigger than business cards. They're sort of index cards with lines on them, and you get people to someone to. I'm actually pointing to the wrong camera. And I'm aware we're running out of time here. So this is the idea is you show people these cards, index cards, and you get people to write something on one or whatever it is. And I've just actually written here on the back of a business card, and they write anything they want. You place it into the stack like that, and you basically put your elastic band round about it. And now I'm actually looking at the contents of what they've written right now, you know. And at any point, if I want to flash, you know, and I can literally just look at it, and I'm looking at it again right now, and that's it. However it is an ingenious device. I'm going to get off a lot of use out of it.
Isn't it?
Absolutely, and I think anybody who does mind reading shows or stuff like that, or even somebody who's interested in, you know, really baffling their friends or something like that, should check it out. It's Insider by Mark Oberon. Really cool.
And it's around 50 quid, so it's not expensive really for what you get.
True, you know, you'll get a lot of shows out of that. You know, I mean, I do a lot of mentalism type effects, and that's I can see me using that quite a bit. And I've not actually watched his whole, you know, the whole tutorial thing on it, you know, yet. I've only watched the start of it, so I need to actually.
There's only one trick better value than that, and that's heat.
Mark Oberon, if you're watching this, you know, then we're going to have a war. But anyway, guys, that's all we've got time for. Thank you very much, Carl, for coming on to the show. I'm not going to hang up on Carl just now. Thanks very much, and hopefully next time we'll maybe get you on sometime soon, and we'll do this all again. Maybe a wee bit more prepared next time. We'll have something to talk about, and maybe I won't balls up some magic tricks.
I'll see you all in Blackpool.
Fantastic. Well, anyway, guys, that was Carl de Rome. Take care, my friend.
Bye.
Bye for now. Okay. So, okay, guys, that brings us to the end of the show. Carl de Rome is standing by. I'm going to have a wee chat with him. I'm now going to bring up the Conjurers Convention movie for your enjoyment, and hope you all enjoy it. Join us again tomorrow, guys. The time is 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. UK time. Tomorrow we have I'm going to be doing John King Live 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. and then following after that I'm going to take you back to 2007 because I'm going to do one of my earliest road trip movies. It's with Ian McClellan. It's Tour of Scotland 2007. Okay, and in that road trip movie we go to Glencoe, we go to Inverness and Elgin, and we go to, I think we may go to Portree on the Isle of Skye. And it's just a big mad road trip. We get very, very drunk. And I was a beginner magician back then, so there might be some magic tricks. I think Ian does magic tricks on it. It's been a while since I've watched it, so I actually look forward to looking at that. So that is going to be streamed tomorrow at 9 p.m. following the John King Live show. But once again, thank you very much for tuning in. Bye for now, guys.